Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Vegas Top Dogs YouTube channel NFL Week 8 update. I'm your host here, Tony K. We have a guest handicapper, Jeff Hochman, there sitting over to the side in the green room. See him there? We'll get to his selection here 1 minute. He's been red hot in the NFL. Let's jump right in. We have 10 cappers. This may be a record for us. We are 8 weeks into the season, 10 cappers hitting over 61%. Jeff Hochman currently sitting at 85%, 11-2 with his NFL selections. Rocketman 7-1. Jesse Shuley 22-10. Don Wallace also red hot with his college. He is 23-11 in his NFL, 68%. So make sure you check out the hot cappers for your weekend action here at VegasTopDogs.com. As always, make sure you like, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. You'll get notified when we release another video. We always like to provide you winning information. My prop plays 12-1 so far on these videos. And I also provide stats, anything to help you win money. We like to provide you with here. Stats, trends, whatever it may be. We try to give you as much information as possible so you can make the best decision. Well, let's bring him on here. Jeff Hochman. Hello, Jeff. How are you this week?
I'm great, Tony. Thanks for having me on once again.
Absolutely. You ready to break down some NFL action?
Yes, I got a Monday Night Football winner for everybody.
Oh, a divisional game. And speaking of divisional games, how about 76% of NFL divisional matchups have gone under the total so far this year? It's a pretty good record for the unders.
Yeah, I haven't seen that in quite some time. I would be cautious with that and expect a regression back to the mean coming up probably in the second half of the season. Even though the weather's going to get colder, the totals will probably start falling. Then that's when you want to go over.
Yeah, absolutely. When you see the snow and the cold weather, that's usually, you see a lot of unders coming in, especially with the northeastern teams. And most of them play outdoors, so it's a big factor.
Yes,
all right,
sir.
Let's jump right in with your pick, and I'll get to my selection as well when you're finished.
Monday Night Football, Cincinnati Bengals, -3.5 at Cleveland Browns. I like the Cleveland Browns here at home getting 3.5 points. I have the game power rated at 2.75. So we're getting a little bit of value here on Cleveland Browns. Last week, we had the Cincinnati Bengals as our free pick winner against the Atlanta Falcons. The Bengals benefited from the Falcons ranking 30th in pressure rate. They also had numerous injuries on the defensive side, especially in the backfield. So, that helped Burrow and company quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Cleveland's offensive line is ranked 6th. Cincinnati's offensive line is ranked 19th at Football Outsiders. Cleveland has allowed just 11 sacks. Cincinnati has allowed 25 sacks this season, which ranks 28th in the league. Now, if you look at defense, Cincinnati ranks 27th in sack rate. Cleveland ranks 15th in sack rate. So, Cleveland is better than you think on both sides of the ball. And look at QBR. You would think Joe Burrow is by far the better quarterback in this game. QBR tells a different story. Joe Burrow, 57. Jacoby Brissett, 57.7. He actually has a better QBR than Joe Burrow. Who would have thought that?
Yeah, wow.
So Cleveland is, in a really good spot here at home, getting 3.5 points. Do note, since Kevin Stefanski took over as head coach for Cleveland, he's 4-0 against the Bengals. So I think he knows how to defend Joe Burrow and that Cincinnati Bengals, mostly passing game. They're one of the worst teams at rushing the ball, even with a great running back like Joe Mixon.
Mm-hmm.
Also, one last thing. Pre-bye week system. This is very strong. Cleveland has a bye next week. So this applies to the Cleveland Browns. Teams heading into their bye, facing a divisional opponent, 41-17 against the spread since 2013. So I think this is a field goal game either way. We're getting 3.5 with Cleveland. It's basically their Super Bowl. They cannot afford another loss at this point. So give me the Cleveland Browns plus 3.5. Watch and win Monday Night Football. Take it to the bank.
Wow, that's a lot of good information. I enjoyed hearing that, and he convinced me, I think. And it takes a lot to convince me.
Yes, it does.
It's hard to swing me off a game. How about those Cowboys? We can't forget. I got the hat on again.
Another winner. They Dak, and he's back. He looked okay. The thumb seems not to be bothering him. This week they should roll again. I think Ezekiel Elliott is questionable.
He hasn't practiced this week.
Yeah, he hasn't practiced. And what I'm concerned about that, not to get off topic, Tony Pollard, I think he's better at running the ball. However, he's one of the worst running backs in pass protection. Yep. Ezekiel Elliott is one of the best. Yep. So I would caution, if you just think the Cowboys are going to roll this week, be cautious. Make sure Ezekiel Elliott plays.
Do you know who Dallas has on deck next week? Do they have their bye?
No, I don't think they have their bye. I'm not sure who they play next week. But the Bears,
let me check it real quick. While I'm looking this up, do you have anything loaded on the website? Any big plays, either college or NFL, for this weekend?
Yes, I do have a 3-star premium play loaded for Sunday early action in the NFL. It's an underdog if you like that sort of stuff. And I'll be loading 2 college football plays probably right after this video.
All right, looking ahead to next week, Cowboys are on their bye, as are the Browns, like you said. Actually, 6 teams with a bye next week. Denver, Giants, Pittsburgh, San Francisco, Dallas, and Cleveland. So 6 teams with their bye next week. That's the November 6th weekend.
There'll be fewer games to choose from next week. That'll be a little tougher.
Yeah, probably no. Well, let me check while we're on here. Is there a Thursday game?
Oh, yeah, there's always a Thursday game.
Yeah, Thursday, Eagles, Texans. No game in London, so we lose that. And only 2 4 o'clock Eastern games that week.
Wow. So, I don't like that.
No, I don't like that either. Only 2 games to choose from: Seattle at Arizona and the Rams at Tampa Bay. So,
wow.
We'll talk about next week when we get there next week. Let me jump right in with my selection for this week. And the game I'm looking at is the Detroit Lions. Current line on them, let me check here. They are getting 3.5 at home. I think this will be a shootout. The Detroit Lions have played much better at home. They had a bye and then 2 straight road games. They return home. Jared Goff has played extremely well at home. He had 2 touchdown passes last week, but he also threw 2 interceptions. So I look for Detroit and Jared Goff to have big games. So Detroit Lions plus 3.5. I think they'll be able to exploit Miami here. Tua, he just looked very cautious in his game against Pittsburgh. He wants to release the ball quick. He doesn't want to get hit, understandably so. He doesn't want to risk another concussion. But we're going to go over passing yards with Jared Goff. And the Detroit Lions at home underdog plus 3.5. So those are my 2 selections. My player props 12-1 so far. So I hope they continue to win.
And Detroit should benefit from having DeAndre Swift back in the backfield. I mean, he is as elusive as they come. So yeah, and Amon St. Brown is back. He left last week after the evaluator thought he had a concussion, and I saw it. He didn't have a concussion. So Detroit should be at full strength. Of course, TJ Hawkinson, one of the best tight ends. So I like that play.
All right, recapping our plays. I like Detroit Lions plus the points, 3.5. I also like over Jared Goff passing yards. Jeff, you like Cleveland Monday Night Football.
Plus the 3.5.
All right. As always, make sure you visit VegasTopDogs.com. Like, subscribe, give us that thumbs up. We'll talk to you again next week with more valuable winning information.
Good luck,
Jeff,
everybody. Let's win some cash.
Absolutely. Good luck. And as always, be a winner.